We're here with Hal Mangold, one of the co-owners of Green Ronin Publishing here at the Labyrinth Games and Puzzle Space at AwesomeCon 2024, and we are going to be starting our talk about Fantasy Age. Hal, can you give me just a little background on the history of this game?
Sure. So Fantasy Age is a system that grew out of a game we did, licensed from BioWare, called Dragon Age. Just recently, we sort of have gone to the second edition, which is the Fantasy Age core rulebook, which just came out this past year, along with the GM kit, which you can see here, at least the screen part of it, which is pretty cool, I think.
Can you give me a little bit of an overview of the system and how the system functions?
Sure. The basic system, it's a roll dice plus stat and attribute against the target number, and you use 3d6. But you use 2 dice of one color and 1 off-color die, which is the stunt die. And whenever you make a successful roll, if you roll 13 on the dice and your strength is 3, that gets you to 16. If at any of the dice that are doubles, the off-color die, the number on that indicates a number of stunt points that you get to use in that turn. It's a use it or lose it action currency that you spend within the turn, and you can choose from a menu of special effects. Combat's the easiest to describe. You might want to do more damage. You might want to knock your opponent down or disarm them or shove them around the battlefield or change where you go in the initiative order or something like that. And that mechanic is extracted out and used in all other parts of the game. Monsters have powers that are powered by them generating stun points, but it's also used for role-playing and a social combat and exploration and stuff like that.
So what else do you have coming up for Fantasy Age?
Yeah, the first thing is going to be an adventure called Lost Island of the Pirate Queen, which is coming out this year. We have a bestiary book planned that is in the works right now. After that will be a Stranger Shores source book, which will introduce the setting in a little bit bolder fashion.
Well, that's fantastic. What other properties do you guys have games out for?
One of the most prominent ones is probably The Expanse, which is based off the James S.A. Corey books. It has a really strong set of mechanics for what you do in downtime for space travel, relationships. We've also put out a book of ships. We've got a book called Beyond the Ring, which allows you to carry into the next narrative arc, which is when the ring gates open up and you can explore the universe a little bit more. We have a game called Blue Rose, which is what we've termed romantic fantasy game. We've also got Modern Age, which covers, say you want to play Jason Bourne fighting vampires and zombies or something like that. It features what's called moded play, which is you can play either cinematic, pulpy, or realistic, and the deadliness of the system is adjusted there. The newest one we have coming out is called Cthulhu Awakens, and that actually releases in about 3 or 4 weeks right now. It's fulfilling to Kickstarter backers right now. You play in what is we term the Weird Century, which is from the 1920s to the 2020s, and your games can span any of that time. We have a sort of a chronology that happens in that time that you can interact with. The 5th season, role-playing, which is based on the N.K. Jemisin Broken Earth trilogy, and that one features a strong mechanic where you actually build a community amongst your player characters, and then your adventures will stem out of that community itself as the world events affect the community.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff on the horizon.
We do have a lot of stuff on the horizon, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you said Cthulhu, immediately, ping off in my head, because that is something that is near and dear to my heart. I've been playing, the old Call of Cthulhu games and Cthulhu in any form for many, many years,
yeah.
Right? And if this system powers so many games, is there a way for people to download just an introductory rule set or something to get their hands around it, get their eyes on it?
Absolutely, there is. We have for Cthulhu Awakens, there'll be a quick start that'll be released in I think about a week and a half or so, sometime in the next couple weeks. We also have a quick start that will be available for the Fantasy Age, which features pre-generated characters, a complete adventure you can run through, and all the rules you would need to play. And there is a 5th season quick start that is already available. And so, yeah, if you check out our website, you can find links to all of the free stuff that we have to download. We do have a lot of quick starts for a lot of our games.
That's greenroninpublishing.com?
Greenronin.com.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, well, I'm really excited about all the stuff that you guys have got coming out. Like I said, been a fan for a long time. I think a lot of people in this area have.
Really appreciate it.
Definitely. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Hal Mangold, the Green Ronin Publishing guys. Go to the website, check out friendly local game stores, and check out their products.